Kugan Cassius, I want you to come to my gym any day this week, point the camera, shoot it, and ask me anything you want.
Dad.
Kugan Cassius, I want you to come to my gym any day this week, point the camera, shoot it, and ask me anything you want.
What's good, family? Smash the like button and subscribe. So, for you man who don't know, let me give you the rundown. Mark Tibbs' interviews were deleted from IFL TV, Seconds Out and Michelle Joy Phelps. Shortly after that, MTK initiated a clean-up operation. Well, tell a lie, but ultimately, Billy Ho Saunders lost in devastating fashion and he jacked on his stool. Billy is a #1 MTK fighter. They couldn't afford for Billy's reputation to go down the drain that rapidly. Instead of accepting the loss and sucking it up and taking it on the chin, MTK initiate a clean-up operation. #1 in the clean-up was delete Mark Tibbs' post-fight interviews, which they've gone now, 100% confirmed. Next was wheel out #1 shill, Ben the Shill Davidson. Ben Shillividson. They rolled him out, and he changed the narrative before our eyes of what really happened. Oh no, Billy wasn't shaking his head. No, he was shaking his head, begging for more. He was mad, he was fuming, was Billy, to be called to fight off. Billy was begging to stay in there just one more round, is what Ben said afterwards, after all the evidence had been deleted, after all the documentaries and footage and audio had been removed. That's what Ben was told. That's what Ben told us. Shortly after that, Mark Tibbs finds out his interviews have been deleted. He hears Ben Davidson talking a whole gang of rubbish. He puts his own Twitter message out, again reiterating what he said in the interviews initially that have been deleted. Shortly after that, Ben Davidson claps back again. Now, if you wanted any evidence that people are under the thumb here, why is Ben clapping back? If Ben's just genuinely unbiased and has no agenda and just saying his opinion, what is this back and forth for? Unless you're trying to maintain some narrative, what's the back and forth? Well, either way, Mark Tibbs puts an interview out. What you notice about the truth is, the truth don't change. Mark Tibbs' post-fight interview, which had been deleted, said one thing. Mark Tibbs' Twitter video said exactly the same thing he said the first time. Now, Ben Davidson's been all over the place. He don't know what the truth is. And he was allegedly there as well, by the way. So you know who's telling the truth and who's not. You can see it for yourself. Go and watch both interviews from Ben in the last week. And the most recent one, he's basically trying to undermine Mark Tibbs. But either way, that brings us up to today. You've just seen that clip from Mark Tibbs. Mark Tibbs is fuming. Mark Tibbs, this video here was a response to Ben Davidson's latest video. In that latest video, Ben Davidson essentially says, "Oh, Mark Tibbs was begging for my help. Mark Tibbs knows how valuable I am. He knows how great my opinion is. And Billy begged me to be there and Billy wanted me to be on the pads with him." And just giving it all that he was. Oh, Mark's not very experienced. Seriously, proper undermining him. I can't believe Mark was going to make certain decisions. Just making him look muggy. Mark's seen that and he's screwing. And that's why he just said to Kugan, "Kugan, you deleted my other videos. Get down to my gym and I'll tell you the truth. Once and for all. Let's run it all the way out." No, I'm not going to sit down. And yeah, we've heard things like MTK have told Mark Tibbs, "No, you can't go on the podcast. No, you can't. You need to lower your public profile to keep the truth under the wraps." Mark Tibbs had enough of it now. And in the video, I'm pretty sure you see him with his wife and his kids. I'm hearing he's getting out of town. No joke. What you thought he was on the bus? I told Mark, listen, don't use your car. Yeah, that's the first thing they set up. I said, if you're looking to get out of town, use public transport, because it's random. You never know which bus is going where. Hop on the public transport and head out. No doubt. And that's where you see him, on the public transport. Because you best believe, the first place they go, they know everyone going to use their car. Yeah? So unfortunately, El Chapahan, again, you ain't got no 190 IQ dons in your organisation. If you did, you'd have known he ain't going to be taking the car. So it's peak for you. You man are one step behind. Keep up. Anyway, where was we? Mark Tibbs fuming right now at the fact that, again, this whole, what are we doing? Like, what is this? Yeah? We wouldn't be here. Oh, YB, you're always looking for the JFK. I'm looking for anything. I didn't ask you to... What are you... Wait there a minute. Are you telling me I told you to delete... Who told who to delete the videos? What, me? Who told you to wheel Ben Shilligan out to talk a whole bunch of rubbish about how Billy was begging for more? Yeah? Didn't no one ask for this? All Billy needed to do is come out and say, you know what, guys? I didn't realise how much of a jackass I've been all these years. I've been criticising other fighters. I've criticised Callum Smith. I've criticised whoever else for selling their belts. I got one good crack on my cheek, and I realised all them things I've said were BS. Yeah? All them big nuts I thought I had, they ain't there. And I've learnt a good lesson in life. Don't be such a jackass all the time. That's all he had to do. Oh, no. Instead of that, instead of taking responsibility, instead, they initiate clean-up operation. Delete interviews. Wheel out Shields. Get Kugan on side. Hide Billy away. No evidence of anything from Billy. Where's Big Mouth at? Where's Big Mouth? Don't no one know where he's got. He disappeared. Big Mouth has disappeared. Don't no one know where he is. IFL TV, yeah? They're normally all over the place, in hospitals, everywhere. Normally, you can't get rid of IFL TV. They don't even follow me, but they annoy me sometimes. How much they're everywhere, aren't they? Like rats. But all of a sudden, they disappear. Not one video of Billy. And even like normally, when AJ lost here, there was AJ interviews, as in not AJ himself, but there was people interviewing about AJ for about 4 weeks afterwards. And I know because I was reacting to their reactions. No joke. Every day for 4 weeks after AJ lost against Ruiz, there was at least 6-7 interviews on IFL TV of different people within boxing. I mean, they was interviewing. What's that guy from? I don't know. He does he's like the cheap Michael Buffer. He's the cheap Michael Buffer, or the cheap Bruce Buffer. He's one of them ones, but he does it for some little organisation. They got him out there giving his opinion. No, obviously fair play to the guy. But I'm just saying that's how desperate they was. Everyone gave their opinion on AJ versus Ruiz 1. Billy, after about there was one day, I think it was a Sunday or the Monday. There was one day of about 4 interviews. That's it. No coverage whatsoever on it. Now, no one talking about it. And that's why, again, Mark's come out and said, Ben, I've seen I've seen you undermining me, saying how I needed you there and you really value me and I needed your help and you was begging me for my help and whatnot. I've seen that. I've seen how there's no coverage on it. I'll come and give you man the truth. Once I've got out of town, once I've sorted out my family's safety, we can get to it for sure. That's what you heard him. You see him there. Yeah, no doubt. Mark gonna lay it all out for us nicely. Yeah, it's all gonna get laid out. And this thing, it's not even rocket science. To be fair, we've seen it. And the thing is, this shouldn't be on Mark. It shouldn't be on Mark. But unfortunately, he's the only one who's not under the thumb. He's the only one who wants to set the truth free. This really should be on Billy. But again, certain people want to take responsibility and certain people don't. The machine doesn't want to take responsibility. They'll do anything. They'll delete videos. They'll censor documentaries. They'll delete audio. All this effort to prevent Billy coming out and being honest. You know what, guys? I'm just not as hard as I thought I was. And the crazy thing is, his own statement he put out. He put a statement out saying, "Oh, I didn't feel I was out of my depth." Notice, by the way, conveniently, that's exactly what Ben Davison's been saying. Oh, you know, he was making Alvarez look silly at times. What is that? And this is what I'm saying. Don't tell me it's not a JFK. Don't tell me there's not some big cleanup operation going on. What planet are they on? There's no way on this universe yet 2 people can watch that fight and see how it ended and conclude he was making people look silly and he was in the fight. And he was competitive. No one can think that. The only way 2 people, Billy and Ben, and whoever else, can sit there and say that is because they've sat down and they've all worked it out together. Yeah, let's say that I was competitive. Let's say I was making him look silly. Because what is that? It's not genuinely. Not because, oh, YB, you hate Billy. I couldn't care less for Billy. I don't care or not care about him. All I'm bothered about is the truth. And for any man to sit there and say he wasn't out of his depth, it's just nonsensical. You got hit once on your cheek and you hopped out. If that isn't out of your depth, if that isn't the definition of you don't want, you know what I'm saying? Genuinely, yeah, no joke. If there's ever a definition of out of depth, it's getting bopped once and wanting to hop out. I've never seen anything like it in combat sports, genuinely. I've never seen a man be hit once and not want no more. That there is the pinnacle of out of depth. You couldn't hold one shot from Alvarez. You are so out of depth you don't even realise it. Golovkin was in there taking pounds off him for 24 rounds. So don't tell me you found your level. Oh, you know what? I think I found my level, and I'm pretty sure. Oh no, he didn't even say pretty sure. Ben Davison said, you know what? Billy's earned the rematch. Yeah, if anyone's going to get a rematch, it'll be Billy because he was. What the? Again, that's part of the cleanup. They're there to make money. They're there to manage brands and manage, what do they call it? Manage the visual. Anyone in their right mind who's not under the thumb knows Billy ain't getting no rematch. And rightly so. At best, he may get in there and go 50-50 with Eubank again. That's where Billy goes from here, genuinely speaking. He may, if he's lucky, get Eubank and beat him, maybe. We just don't know. Anyway, Mark Tibbs come out, like you heard there, and Kugan. Listen, Kugan's feeling it right now. Kugan don't want. We already know the interviews got deleted the first time. Kugan's under pressure right now. He's sweating, thinking shit. I've got a daughter, you know. He don't want. I feel bad for Kugan. I've told you already. I do feel bad for him. He's under it right now. He's already seen he can get touched at any time, at any place. He don't need this. He's thinking, I wasn't even out there. How have I been dragged into this? It's mental. So again, it's not Shilligan's fault. He's just a bottom here. He's just a bottom feeder who has to take orders like all the other soldiers do. But that's the game you get in. When you start taking this kind of money, what do you think it is? What Kugan thought it was all fun and games. He thought you just get 10 grand a week for nothing, don't you? Oh, you know, that's what he thought. For years, Kugan was getting 10 grand a week for just doing nothing. Oh, you know, I turn up to some boxing interviews and I turn up to boxing interviews and you know, it's great. I turn up, I get paid 10 grand a week just filming, getting my phone out. He was living the life of Riley. Now he realises it comes with. It's never that simple, is it, Kugan? It's too late now. But listen, that's the bed you made for yourself. What can we say? But anyway, like I was saying, Kugan Cassius is found himself in a difficult situation. He's already been touched and told to delete Mark Tibbs' interviews. And like I said the other day, you'll notice that Mark Tibbs' Twitter video he put out, Kugan, Mr. Loves Freebies, Mr. Loves Views, didn't upload it. Why do you think that was? Interesting. He deletes Mark Tibbs' interviews and then refuses to re-upload Mark's video. Let's not forget, Kugan is the UK boxing media. He's always uploading freebies. Why didn't he upload Mark's video? Yeah? We know why. Because he was told to take the first one down. He's not going to upload the next one, is he? So now, again, you man wondering, why is Kugan in a difficult situation now? Well, he was told to delete Mark's interview. He didn't obviously upload Mark's Twitter video. Now has been called out by Mark saying, Mark's saying, come down, Kugan. Video me, we'll put it straight once and for all. Shilligan's sitting there and thinking, oh, I've been called out, and I'm betting Because Mark Tibbs isn't verified, he doesn't have a blue tick. Kugan's just going to act like he didn't seen it. That's what's going to happen, 100%. Kugan is going to act like he didn't see it and just ignore it. 100%. He ain't sending no camera down there. You know why he won't? Because it's the same reason he took it down. They don't want the truth out there. If they wanted the truth out there, it'd be on there, wouldn't it? Kugan's been told. That's enough. That's enough from Mark right now. And that's simple as that. No doubt. But we'll find out what happens. You watch. Kugan will not respond to Mark. And that he'll hope it'll pray. Listen, Kugan's praying right now it goes away. He can't believe the situation he's found himself in.